Hi, my name is No Shirts. I think it's no issue on Spurs Video podcast. I'm trying to be a bit more organised, and I even have prepared some notes. So yeah, let's just go for this. In terms of the transfer window, obviously you've heard my thoughts. I think for me personally, I would be looking to have everything looking at January, and so come I don't know when. I'm assuming opening's like New Year's Day, like the New Year's Day sales, but we do all our negotiation, all our due diligence. We basically say look to Porto and to International, even Chelsea if we're going to look to sign Sturridge. We have all their deals, and then so come January 1st, bang, it's there. Somehow I think if we're trying to sign someone like Daniel Sturridge, who's actually a year left into his contract, or come to the last year of his contract, I think Chelsea will play a bit more hardball, because obviously we are a rival, but I think ultimately, and so will the other two teams as well, because obviously if these players go, you've got to replace them, but and you lose them for games. But I think let's have these deals. Let's be good to go. Damian, why am I harping on about this guy? I was watching this game on ESPN. He's playing Flamengo, and not him, but him in International. And what did I notice? A couple of things. He's got a great awareness of the players around him making runs. I mean, one thing that JD hasn't got, he hasn't got the awareness. He'll play his last man, bang, back to goal, spin, blast it in. It's one trick. It's very similar to in a way Charlotte, it's Charlotte, very effective. Charlotte was, if those of you that don't know, great fighter, usually like heavyweight champion, but he was good because you're putting against guys who are primarily grapplers who couldn't strike with him, and these grapplers couldn't take him down. So unsurprisingly, he would win all his fights. The minute they put him with strikers or people who are confident in their striking to stand in the pocket with him, he ended up losing. He wasn't able to adapt his game, and sometimes Jeremy Horn said, even before he lost to Claudio, that and that he's still the same fighter he was, say, from 4 years. He's got a lot better at what he does, but he's still very similar to what he does. And that is the same thing with JD. He's got, is he very good at what he does? Yes, but that's what he's done. He's got a bit better, but I don't see him improving that. And if someone said to me, we sell JD for 9 million and get Damian for 18 million, I'd go for it. Purely on the basis that is Damian twice the player that JD is? No, not on the pitch, no. But has he got twice the value? Yes, probably, and more and beyond. Although he's been linked with like Man U and Real Madrid. First of all, if Real Madrid want him, obviously he can go there over us. But let's face it, they've got they've tried trouble keeping even Ronaldo happy, and Higuain and all these other players. I just don't see how they have to keep him happy as well. Secondly, Man United, they feel they all conned me into paying 24 million for a great Roman Van Persie in the last year's contract at Arsenal, but he's 29 years old. So I just don't think there's that money floating around. We actually have the cash, and I think it would be wise to us to spend it. One thing I noticed about him, he had great awareness of runs. He did track back, and he will run the channels, and he's a quick player as well. I mean, one thing I noticed, he's very light on his feet, and he's very good as a box striker. He started there. Look, Flamengo were pretty shite. I want not that. And when he scored his goal, they were already 3-1 up. But Flamengo were pretty shit. But he's got good awareness. He'll play the pass. He'll work the channels. And I think that's the player we want to get. Especially in a 4-3-3. Because Ali could get injured. So I'd rather have him. Just in case, as a backup rather than JD. Moutinho, again, look, I have that deal sorted here and now. I think if we don't, let's have an option. Let's have a backup. Jagoev, I don't know why if we linked with him because he's not come to us, but if we are, obviously, I think they're coming to their winter. Obviously, it's winter, so hopefully we'll be able to get him because we can't play in Russia during that period. So then it's not as if they might think, we'll keep on to him, we'll play some more games. They're going to lose him anyway. And if not, Pjanic, Italians also have a winter break. Hopefully, we can look to sign him. If the Moutinho deal does not go through, because you know what? What's deals? We sort of have irons on the fire. Your choice there, sunshine. Another thing is Tom Carroll. I would like to see how he does in the Europa. Obviously, we've kept him. We haven't let him go out alone. If he has a really good Europa, playing in that double pivot / 4-3-3, I'm guessing with Pritchard. I'm not too sure. Then or in the double pivot, I think it's 4-2-3-1. I think we'll probably play Pritchard, in that 3, and then Towns on the other end, and I don't know who could go in the hole. But probably Koulibaly up front. But I think he's an important series player. But I think Carroll is developing, and obviously with FFP and homegrown players, it's it's important for us to want to keep him and develop him, but at the same time we have to press for our immediate concerns. In terms of, you know, to go shout out to some guys now. Obviously, hi guys on Spurs Forum isn't on the Spurs Forum, but I'd say a big shout out to Sky Sports Jews. That's his name. I'm making out 4-0, and and the usual guys like Foxy or Jez, so I know Crow. You know, the usual guys. Gareth Spur, TS, Mello, or Bombers, Eggsy, the guys that like these Spurs video podcasts. But I'm going to give a shout out to Super Spurs. I was actually watching Krul and I said, like, why don't we get Krul? He's used to Premiership. Let's get him instead of, say, Loris, who we don't know. But I think, first of all, Krul, Newcastle would not have sold him, and if they did, they'd say, like, we want 20 million for him. So to get Loris for, I don't know, was it 12 million? That's a fucking bargain. And having seen, he had a very terrible, he had an awful game, Krul did, against the Turks. And obviously, you don't just play him one game. He's a very good goalkeeper. And one thing we had against Friedel is that he didn't come off his line enough. But if you're going to come off your line, make sure you communicate that to your defenders. Krul didn't do that. I'm assuming it was a language problem because it's Dutch. But there was a couple of times where absolute cock-ups there. So I think Hugo Lloris, and I think that Brad Friedel, something interesting is that he was on the Golden Sundays and he said, look, I can respect the club, the club wanting to bring in younger players. I am the age that I am. I'm not going to give it up just for the sake of it, but I understand that. And he was very, very mature about it, and he welcomed Lloris to the club. And I think, you'll give respect to a guy like Friedel. One thing that surprises me is that, he brought his Jokic and Pilates coach, but what I understand is this Jokic Pilates has been around for years. How is it's taken a player just recently to bring this in? I mean, I'm hopefully, please, Andre Villas, if you're hearing this, kettlebells. Get the players use kettlebells, improve their proprioception, using stability balls and all these other kind of stuff. These wonderful things out there, because I'm surprised that if we are going to have this incredible new training complex and we are going to be cutting edge, we should be having cutting edge equipment. But using yogis and Pilates guys and using stuff like Swiss balls and kettlebells and all kinds of stroops. Shout out to my coach Eddie Cohn, all kinds of shit. In terms of the Europa League, I think someone talked about reinventing. I think it was on Wheel de Rida inventing Bentley as Merseyside. No, I think Bentley's gone. Obviously he's gone to a thing, and I just don't see him reinvent himself. If someone said to me, look, let's looking towards January, Damiao, Sturridge, and if not Moutinho, then a Jagoev or a Pjanic, we need to replace the hole that Luka's left. I think Dembele's a great player, and I think in a double pivot he'll bring the ball forward like a running back, but he won't be able to play those lovely little give and goes, moving that ball quickly with with passes. Ideally, if it was up to me, I'd love to have a combination of both Dembele and Modric in there. You've got a guy that runs the ball and you've got a guy that passes the ball. That would be the ideal combination. And if you have a 4-3-3, then you've got Sandro as a great anchor man, and it just works beautifully. But we didn't make it happen. So hopefully, like I said, we can keep it going. And I'm very happy that we have signed Clint Dempsey. I actually put him on ahead of Aaron Lennon. I think Aaron Lennon's a good player, but he doesn't attack his fullback. He's not decisive enough. With quick enough decision making. As quick as he is on the ball, making a decision like, do I pass it? Do I beat? None of that. I think at least with Dempsey, we know we'll get goals, and we can always bring on Lennon, to attack a tired fullback. And I'd like to see, this is just my shout for next week's team. Obviously, I'll be doing a much more fuller podcast, but I'd like to see Dempsey play in the head of Lennon. And Sturridge, you guys know the reason why. I think he can play left wing, right wing, as an inverse wing. If he plays 4-3-3, he occupies either of those two roles and as a striker. And I think the idea of possibly say Bale, Addy, and say Sturridge, I think it works really well. Bale is a crossing winger. Then you have two strikers to aim at, because obviously Sturridge is also a striker. And if you've got like an inverse winger, you've got Bale playing those. He can come in and attack the ball. So he's not afraid to head the ball, as we've seen, and he likes to float in. So I think that works really well. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the Spurs video podcast. Please check out spursforum.co.uk. Please click on any ad links, and as always, come on you Spurs. Peace out, guys.